Well, good morning everyone. We have got the A team here today. We've got Zoe, Eden and Jess. So Jess has actually been out quite a few times. You might have seen her in some past videos, but you other two are new to the farm.
Fresh people.
Yeah. How long have you been working at Vedora for?
Like 3 months for me. 4 or 5 months?
Oh, so quite a while. I never go to town, so I don't really, as soon as I drive out the gate, I'm spending money, so I tend to stay at home. But that'll be why I haven't seen you in there. But today we are dehorning these calves. So there's how many's in here? 44. 44 in here, and yeah, then there's just some over in the other shed. But oh, look, silence.
They're doing it for the camera.
They are pretty hungry. I haven't fed them this morning because you can't. 2 hours, you can't feed them 2 hours before a day. 3 hours.
Yeah, we like a good gap in between.
Yeah, so they haven't had milk, but I'm going to feed them later on. They're only on once a day anyway, so it's no biggie. Xylazine, so this is the drug that puts them to sleep. Look at that, easy as. And before you finish jabbing all of them, like these first ones will start getting a little bit wobbly. It's amazing how quick it works.
Oh, perfect. Decoy.
I'd actually booked in to do them last week, but I think a couple of them got coccidiosis, so sort of held back just till they got better. There was one that's got a bit of red on it somewhere. Oh, that one. And yeah, she's looking a lot better now.
Oh, good. It does look good.
So, yeah, although the weather was real nice last week, so I was going to do them on the cow shed yard, but it's easy enough. I just brought them down yesterday back to this paddock. That one's pretty wobbly, should start to sit down pretty soon. Nah, I think that was me. Oh, there we go. Jess is just going around with a shaver and just shaving the hair around the nubs. You can see the horns there, and then they'll get localed. Oh, well, just like this. How many jabs do you give them? 2?
Yeah, 2.
One either side? Perfect. A couple of the bigger ones still standing, but they are getting pretty wobbly. Hey fella, you gonna have a rest? Oh no, you're hungry. They're all out to the count now, sleeping like babies. And then on to the actual dehorning part. The hot iron. And off. The camera doesn't zoom very well, but that's the little bud or the horn, part of the horn. That's what you're to burn off.
The dogs love eating it.
I bet.
Quite tasty.
Just like that. Doesn't take very long. Kids have got a home day today. Come to have a little look what's happening down here. Also had their jabs, vaccinations. Do you want to show everyone your vaccination? Oh, Willie was so brave. Where is it? Oh, look at that. Didn't cry at all, eh? So just at the end, they go through and check. Oh yeah, little extra teat there. Or what we'd call like a 5th teat. It's not a real one, but perfect. Doesn't hurt the calf. And then they also get a little bit of, what's that blue spray? Just antiseptic stuff, eh? Yeah, just over the open wounds. Oh, I got another one. Far out. Well, usually don't get too many. So that's the 3rd one. And then there's one over there that's also got one, which is quite a few. I thought we normally don't get too many, but perfect. Oh yeah, look at that, 6 of them. So I'm guessing that's the extra one there, and is that one, or is it that?
The bottom 2, yeah.
So 2 at the back, and just by doing it now prevents them from growing when they're older. And you can see, like, there's no blood or anything.
No.
It's just a quick little trim.
Little pinch and job done.
Job done. So everything's all done. Had their 10 and 1. No horns anymore. And what I'll do is leave them in here. I'll leave the gate shut. I snuck in this morning at about 6. They were all in the shed because it was a little bit rainy, or it was a little bit wet, so they're all in here anyway. Shut the gates behind them, but I'll just leave them shut until they're sort of all up and around and doing pretty well, and then feed them probably maybe later on this afternoon. Up to you. I thought I'd just put the feeder over.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then while they're sucking on it, you can just jab them. It's amazing how quick that drug knocks them out. Well, they didn't really knock them out completely, like they are still awake, but how long do you reckon you gave it? What, a couple of minutes ago? Like 5 minutes ago? 5 minutes and they're all down there sleeping. These ones are all done now. There's only 24 here, so it didn't take too long. I used to do it over 2 days because I used to try and rear like 80 replacements, but this year it's only 68. And actually no, last year I did it at once, just in 1 day. It's just so much easier getting them all out of the way at once, and actually having them in the sheds is perfect because it doesn't matter if it's raining, you can still do them. Whereas I used to do them on the cow shed yard, we didn't have the space to do them inside, so it was a bit of a hassle, but it's just so much easier now. Another one with 6 teats, so that's the second one now. They also get a 10 in 1 shot today, which is this one, and they need a booster, so in 3 weeks they'll get another shot of that. And at the same time they'll get their first lepto, and then they need a booster of that as well. So they've got to come in 2 more times to get those shots, and then they're pretty much all done until they go off for grazing. They don't need anything else, except maybe might give them a bit of a drench. The other ones have been on grass, so they're probably due a drench, although they're still getting milk, so they're probably alright at the moment, but yeah, they probably do need a drench at some stage later in the year. Bit of paperwork, I actually need this when they come and do the audit. This one's quite important. But what is interesting, this is the first year they've done it, but see these extra teats, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, that's quite a few. So they've written the numbers of the calves down there. And Jess was saying they've just started doing it because they are pretty much covering their own bums, really, eh?
Yeah, so we don't get in trouble.
Yeah, so later on if a farmer does say, you've cut off the wrong teat, well, they can say, oh no, we didn't do that calf, which is quite a good idea, I think.
Yeah.
Sort of safety for these guys.
Exactly.
Thanks girls, that is awesome.
No worries.
Another quick job, so 69 calves in total, about an hour and a quarter.
Cool.
So it is pretty good going.
Sweet.
And
Definitely the A team, isn't it?
Definitely the A team, definitely the A team. So there's actually two teams at the vets that do this budding, because there's a lot of calves to be, well, every farmer's got to do it.
Yeah.
But you can do it like in a crush, you don't have to put them out like they've done today, but I honestly find it's just so much easier, and like number wise it's easy to get through them pretty quick. So
Definitely.
but
Yeah.
thanks girls.
No
until next year.
Next year. We'll see you again.
yeah, no, that is awesome. Thanks heaps.
No worries. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. So last season when we got audited, it happens actually every season, to be able to supply milk, that's what happens, but I had to show this bit of paper, the receipt, to say that we got discarded and what drugs we used. They wanted to see it. So usually I stick this in the dairy diary book at the cow shed and I sort of pull it out on the day, but I was thinking, well, maybe I should just scan it to the computer, because at least I've got a hard copy of it then. So probably a good idea to do with most of my paperwork going forward, just make it a little bit easier on the day. These girls are still a little bit sleepy. You can see the odd one's moving around now. He's sort of waking up, but still a little bit dozy. So I'll leave them in here for a while and come and check on them a little bit later. Jess was saying while we were doing it that she actually watches my videos with her daughter, so it'd be quite cool now her daughter can see her mum on it. It's so windy today. Hopefully The mic's blocking a lot of it. I've just come for a look over at the calving mob here because I haven't actually seen these girls for a while, because while I'm milking in the morning, Dad comes and shifts them, and then he brings any calves that have freshly calved back to the shed, and we sort of milk them behind the milkers, so it sort of saves a job after milking. And they're looking pretty good. They still got a bit of grass, which is good, and there's a calf there. That is awesome. That is good to see, because we actually had 4 cows calve this morning, so that'll be number 5 for today, which is a lot considering there's only 14, or now there's actually only 13 cows left here to calve, so our calving mob is dwindling quite rapidly. I wanted to come over and see how many of these cows were bagging up, and what I mean by that is just seeing how sort of full their udders are, except this one, number 321. See how her udder's still quite droopy and saggy, so that means she won't be calving for a while. But a cow like this, she won't be far away, which is good to see. That's what we want to see, them all sort of like that. Cows, and she's bagging up too. She probably won't be too soon. Same with that one, number 9. She's still quite droopy at the moment. These two here, they're not too bad. So there might be a couple that calve over the next couple of days. On my Minder app, it tells me what cows are due on what days. So see, that one's orange. That means she is overdue, and then all these blue ones are due. So that 327, which she just calved, it was the one with the calf. So she was actually due today, which is quite a hard case. And then tomorrow there's a couple due, and then it's sort of just one a day, 7th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. So sort of steady one a day for the next sort of week. And then we sort of get to the end, or the last 2, they're not due till a little bit later. So the 27th of September, the last one's due, and then that 248, which is the 21st. Ideally, I'd love to be done somewhere between about the 10th to the 15th, and then it just gives me a month before mating starts, sort of. It would be nice if everything's calved before then, and then it gives them a good chance to get and calf again. But those last couple of cows, like, they were quite nice. Historically, I'd sort of either cull them or sell them, but they're sort of nice cows, so that's why I just thought I'd sort of hold on to them, because they should milk well. It's about 3:15 now, so I'm putting the girls on the feed pad, and then we'll go and check out those calves. I'm probably going to feed the ones in the shed over there first. They all look pretty good now. They're all standing up, ready for some milk. Hey girls, you be very hungry. I know, it's coming. They're nice and quiet now. They've got big full tummies. Happy calves. Oh, it's pretty noisy in here. Come on, guys. Come on in. Come on, gate. Come on, you. There's always one. All the calves are fed now. They're pretty much finished off what's in the feeder, and everything's up and about, so it is good to see. They also get a shot of Metacam, which is a pain relief to help them along too, but everything looks good. I am happy with how things are gone. It was actually supposed to be raining this afternoon, or maybe it will at some point, but doesn't kind of feel like it. It did say sort of heavy showers, or chance of heavy showers. But I sort of can't wait for the day that everything's polled. And I sort of say it every year, like Hereford and the beef breeds, Hereford and Angus, they've been polled for ages, you know, 100 years, and it's sort of weird that the dairy breeds haven't followed suit. Although there is a bit of an emphasis on it at the moment, there are more bulls coming out with the polled gene in them, and I think it's probably going to go that way. But then again, we sort of don't want to give away traits like production to chase the polled one. Everything's sort of got a fine balance, I guess, but it's certainly going to save a job in the future once cows don't have horns on them. It is a bit of a task and it is a cost doing it, but I just find this way works the best for us. If you're new here to my channel though, go and hit that subscribe button, that would be pretty awesome. But one question I do get asked every year is, why don't we just leave the horns on the cows? Can we take the tips off? Is it cruel to disbud them like we're doing? Well, I say no, it's not. I think it's more cruel if we left the horns on them, because then they can become sharp and they can gorge other cows, fatally injure them, or us. So it is a health and safety thing. I've got cows that have got bits of horn that are there, they didn't get burnt off quite properly, and they certainly like to use them and push other cows around, and they can be really, really nasty with them. So at the end of the day, it is just a health and safety issue. And as you've just seen, we try and do it the kindest way possible for the calf. One day, like I was saying, hopefully we don't have horns on dairy cattle, but it's probably not sometime in the immediate future. Hopefully it's not too far away either though. But that'll pretty much wrap it up for this video, guys. I've got to go and find a paddock for my cows. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put them, which is a bit annoying. Maybe I'll put them in that one right there, the party paddock. There's a little bit of grass in there, but it's warm today, so the grass will be growing. But apart from that, give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome, and I'll see you next time.